Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below. Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. Students, in this video we are discussing important current affairs for books and authors and obituary for July month. It will be an important session for you all students, so stay tuned with us till the end. Let's start. The first question is, who is the author of the book The Second Orbit Belief of a Man Dreams of 1.4 Billion Hearts that was launched in July in Bengaluru, Karnataka? He went to Axiom 4 mission of USA, that is of NASA. Name that person. So group captain Subhanshu Shukla is the right option here. Next, name the editor of the book The Voice of Justice, Justice Gawai Speaks, which was released by Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan in July 2026. So name the editor of the book here. So Professor Dr. S. Shivakumar is the editor of this book. This book was, or the launch event here was presided by Justice Suryakant, the Chief Justice of India. Next, identify the personality who released the book RSS at 100, A Century of Service, Unity and Sacrifice in July at Uptrashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi, marking the centenary journey of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, that is RSS. So identify the personality who released this RSS at 100, A Century of Service, Unity and Sacrifice. So identify that personality. So C.P. Radhakrishnan ji, who is her Vice President of India. The book was published, was authored by whom? This book was authored by Shyam Jaju and Anupam Trivedi, and this book was published by Prabhat Prakashan. Right? Next. These were your books and author students. Now let's move to obituary. First, noted theatre and film personality Vijay Mehta, who passed away in July lately, was a legendary figure in which language, theatre and cinema? So he was related to Marathi. Important. He was honored with Padma Shri, India's fourth highest civilian award, in 1987 in the field of arts. Next, Lieutenant General retired M.M. Lakheda, who passed away in June, has served as the governor or lieutenant governor of which of the following states and union territory? So for all of the above, for Puducherry, Mizoram, Andaman Nicobar Islands, right? So for all of them, he has served as the governor for the state and lieutenant governor for the union territory. Next, name the Tamil poet, translator, screenwriter and actor and a founding member of the Vanampadi literary movement, who passed away in July at the age of 96 in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. So name that Tamil poet. Right option, Puviyarasu. Correct. He has authored more than 120 books including poetry and translations. He was born in Tamil Nadu, correct, and he recently passed away and born in 1930. Next, which of the following awards were received by legendary Pandavani singer Tijan Bai, who passed away in July 2026? So which of the following awards were received by her? Among the following, Padma Shri in 1988, absolutely right. Then Padma Bhushan in 2003. Sangeet Natak Academy Award in 1995. So she received all of the following awards here. Next, who was the Padma Shri awardee and renowned social worker, famously known as the Bridge Man of India, who passed away on 7th of July 2026. So who was the Padma Shri awardee here? Girish Bhardwaj. Correct. Also known as the Bridge Man of India, passed away at the age of 76. He was honored with Padma Shri in 2017 for his contribution to the field of social work. right? For social work, he was honored with Padma Shri, which is our fourth highest civilian award. Next, name the country represented by former fast bowler Shapur Zardan, who passed away on 7 July 2026 in New Delhi at the age of 36. So, name the country represented by the former fast bowler. Right option, he represented Afghanistan. Next, mark the correct statement regarding the legendary playback singer Shistala Shriramurthy Janki, that is S. Janki, who passed away in July at the age of 88. So mark the correct statement regarding her. Among the following, option A is right and B is right, C is wrongly mentioned. A is saying that she was popularly known as the Nightingale of South India. Take a note. With a career spanning over 6 decades, she recorded over 48,000 songs in nearly 20 Indian languages. Absolutely right. C option is wrong. C is saying that she won 4 National Film Awards and was selected for Padma Bhushan in the field of arts in 2011. So, is it so? So, she has received 4 national awards, correct? And she was selected for Padma Bhushan in the field of arts in not 2011 but 2013. Now, option C is also rightly mentioned. Next, in July, Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, who ruled from 1995 to 2013 and was the former Emir of Dash, passed away at the age of 74. So, he was the former Emir of Qatar who recently passed away at the age of 74. Next, students, in July, Sahitya Academy Award winning Tamil writer Pumani has recently passed away at the age of 79 in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. He was honored with Sahitya Academy Award in Tamil language category for his novel Agnadi. In which year did he receive this Sahitya Academy Award? So he received this award in the year 2014. Next, students, veteran Indian National Congress leader and former member of Parliament H. Hanuman Thapa passed away in July. Represented which state in Rajya Sabha? So he represented Karnataka in Rajya Sabha, who recently passed away. Next, students, musical Pankaj Jakshi, a Padma Shri awardee of 2020, was passed away in Kerala at the age of 90 and was renowned as the practitioner of which traditional art form? So she was a practitioner of Noku Vidya Pavakali, right? She recently passed away at the age of 90 in Kerala, correct? She was honored with Padma Shri when in the year 2020. Can be our students, so take a note of this. Also, she has received the Kerala Folklore Academy Fellowship in the year 2012 in recognition of her contribution to Nokku Vidya Pavakali. Next, in July, Sir Garfield Sobers, the legendary cricketer and one of the greatest all-rounders in the cricket history, passed away at the age of 89. Which country did Sir Garfield Sobers represented in the international cricket? He represented West Indies. Next, name that England football legend who passed away in July, also known as King Cave and Mighty Mouse, and a 2-time Ballon d'Or winner in 1978 and 1979. So name that England football legend. Right option, Joseph Kevin Keegan. Next, identify the country associated with Glenn Hansard, the Oscar-winning singer, songwriter, musician and actor who passed away in July at the age of 56. So identify that country. Right option, he was associated with Ireland. So those friends, these were your important current affairs. Now let's move to some revision part. Next, students, let's discuss some one-liners. Let's start with banking and financial. India's gross GST collection rises 13.9% to 1.95 lakh crore rupees in June. Then UPI transaction moderate to 28.9 lakh crore in June, registered a 20% annual growth. Then 4 public sector banks pays 9,439 crore rupees dividend to the government for FY26. IRDAI granted registration to Prudential HLC Health Insurance as standalone health insurer. Then IFSCA proposes one KYC framework for GIFT IFSC to simplify the customer onboarding. HiviPay, they have received IFSCA in principle approval to set up PSP subsidiary at GIFT City. Then HDFC Bank launched in-house AI platform Neve and real-time fraud detection system. Then SEBI, they have constituted an expert group to review debenture trustees regulation. Pay Local, they have launched Google Pay card payment for international transaction. Bank of Baroda and Mizuho Bank, they forged strategic partnership for M&A financing. Kotak Mahindra Bank to acquire Deutsche Bank India retail and wealth business. Next is appointments and resignation. Rajiv Kumar appointed the part-time chairman of HDFC Bank. MS Dhoni became national brand ambassador for DRIV. Air Marshal Ashutosh Dikshit takes charge as the vice chief of air staff. Anupam Mishra takes charge as the chairman and managing director of Hindustan Copper Limited. Government extended Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri's tenure by 1 year. Then RBI appointed Ravi Shankar as the executive director starting from 1st July. Ravi Agarwal reappointed CBDT chairman. Somnath Ghosh appointed India's next High Commissioner to Malaysia. Kiko Fujimori won the Peru presidential runoff and set to become country's next president. Then NPCI's Dilip Espe has joined Swift Global Supervisory Board. Rear Admiral retired Raghuram has been appointed as the chairman and managing director of Hindustan Shipyard Limited. Next is related to defense students. Indian Navy's Eastern Fleet ship has arrived in Singapore. Indian Navy to commission indigenous stealth frigate INS Mahendragiri under Project 17A. India and Japan has signed their first ever defense co-development agreement for Unicorn communication mast. Then if we go to sports, Indian women's cricket team has qualified for LA 2028 Olympic Games. LA is their Los Angeles 2028 Olympic Games. Then 135th Durand Cup to begin on 25th of July. Durand Cup is related to football. Then Australia has clinched the record 7th ICC Women's T20 World Cup title. Charles Leclerc has won the British Grand Prix, secured Ferrari's historic 25th Formula 1 victory. Then Harshvardhan GB became India's 97th Grandmaster. NC Sojan has broken the 22-year-old national record in the women's long jump. Stan Wawrinka announced retirement after illustrious tennis career. Then Neymar Jr. announced international retirement after ending career as the Brazil's all-time top scorer. So these are your important one-liners, students. Now students, let's revise some one-liners. Ministry of Ayush set Guinness World Record with 35 lakh viewers on live yoga stream. Then when was your yoga day? On 21st of June. Then government to set up 700 SHE marts and 1000 fulfillment centers to empower women entrepreneurs. That is your She Marts. Then Raja Prabha festival celebrated in Odisha to mark the monsoon and Mother Earth's fertility. Then Center, Assam and Nagaland, they have signed historic MOU for oil and natural gas exploration. Right? Decade-long refineries in Nagaland will be starting again. Then India has launched WT Marut portal that will strengthen the wind energy supply chain. Telangana, they have launched breakfast and milk scheme for the school students. Then 4 Assam products that got the GI tag are Bhas Shilpa, Karbi Anglong Handloom, Bihu Pepa and Diori Handloom products. Then IIT Hyderabad, they will be establishing India's first Center of Design Excellence in Nuclear Engineering. Then National Military Drone Technology Hub to be set up at IIT Kanpur. Then Tamil Nadu, they received the Cooperative Crop Loan Waiver Scheme for the farmers. Next is India and Japan, they have adopted the rules for joint credit mechanism under the Paris Agreement. National Biodiversity Authority, they reconstituted the expert committee on agrobiodiversity for 1 year term. Foundation stone laid down for 170 crore rupees MSME Technology Center in Bihar's Gaya to boost skill and manufacturing sector. Then Tripura, Sarinda, they have received the GI tag, becoming the state's 4th GI product. Then Kerala government, they have launched free bus travel scheme for the women and transgenders. Suzlon, they have launched India's tallest 5 megawatt wind turbine, that is S175, that will boost renewable energy generation. Then Geo Platform, they only became the only Indian company in the WIPO World Intellectual Property Organization Global 20 patent rankings for 2025. Then Tamil Nadu, they have established a common technology facility for space vehicles in Thoothukudi, that is in Tamil Nadu. Next is Bharat BuildCon, they was inaugurated in New Delhi. PM Modi, they have released the 23rd edition of the PM Kisan from West Bengal. India-UK free trade agreement to come into force from 15th of July. Centre has approved a 22 crore rupees support for the farmers under National Green Hydrogen Mission. Then PM to disburse 2400 crore rupees under PM Viksit Bharat Rozgar Yojana. Then PM Modi to lay the foundation stone for 25,016 crore rupees coal gasification project in Odisha. National Highway Authority of India, they have launched Rajasthan's first MLFF based tolling system. That means there will be no toll and you don't have to wait. You can just pass through the toll and your cameras will be detecting your car number and will be detecting your toll there. Then Chennai Petroleum Corporation upgraded to the Navratna CPSC. Then IIT Delhi emerged as the India's highest ranked institution in the Quackrelli Simon World University ranking for 2027. Then our country hosted the 11th BRICS Energy Ministers meeting in Gurugram, Haryana on 25th and 26th June. Then government launched Nirbhay Chetna training module in New Delhi, and I4C has launched 2 new portals for cyber fraud detection. Next is your international affairs. Elon Musk became the world's first trillionaire as SpaceX make a record-breaking stock market debut. But now, because of their valuation going down of SpaceX, the Elon Musk has also lost the trillionaire status. But you see, these things keeps on changing, but he is still the richest person. Then Karnataka has banned social media use for under 16 years of age. India's unemployment rate risen to 5.5% in May. Life-size statue of Swami Vivekanand unveiled at the Indian Consulate in Chicago. Uzbekistan became the first Central Asia member of the BRICS New Development Bank. Then UAE set minimum age of 15 for personal social media accounts. India improves rank to 70 in the World Economic Forum Energy Transition Index, and Sweden is at the first position. So these are your important one-liner, students. Do take a note of them.